on 3rd Street in Bethlehem on the south side. Man, I love this city. But anyway, Michael Phoenix here, founder of the magazine, and basically the entire staff talking to you. Now, 2016, the Valley and Beyond is taking on more serious issues now. And I received an invite to a film premiere at the Frank Banco Ale House. Gorgeous, one of the most beautiful theaters I've been in my life, over at Arts Quest here on the south side. And the reason why I decided to attend this was the movie is called Fixit. And it is about the broken healthcare system here in the United States. I'm not going to go into extensive details about the film because I really want you to watch this entire movie. Honestly, it woke me up. As the entire staff of the magazine, it's tough to prioritize at times, real tough. But especially with the transition phase this year. But the numbers that in this movie, as far as how about 33 cents, 1/3 of every dollar an employee makes goes. These may be incorrect statistics. I'm going off my memory, and it was an hour-long film. All right. But what sticks out in my mind is 33 cents out of every dollar goes to healthcare. Okay, that's a huge chunk of a paycheck. Like I said, this film really woke me up. Health insurance, I mean, I'm like most people out there, honestly, where as far as, I avoid going to doctors for a few reasons. Number one, I smoke. But number two, I can't afford it. Like most, a lot of people out there, I cannot afford to go to, I can't afford to go to a doctor. Last year, I spiked a fever to the point where I had hallucinations had a severe case of the flu. I was thinking about going to the emergency room. Can't afford it. Severe abscess tooth this year, got hit with. Again, spiked the fever and everything, spiked a very high fever with it, everything. People told me you should go in the emergency room. How'd you deal with it? I wrote it out. Main reason, thought about it, can't afford it. Honestly. So yeah, this is a major, and it's an election year here in the United States. State Congress on up, and especially presidential. So this is a very hot topic, and the whole point of the film and they showed this wasn't a cheap, fast-made film. They did everyone involved did the research, the time and the effort put into this movie to make this movie happen. To make it was very professional, to say the least. Okay. So they had several different experts. They had several people, doctors. The one gentleman, and I apologize, like I said, I'm going off my memory here, was actually a part of, trying to sell people on the current healthcare system, and he walked away from it because his conscience, it just, he's like, I'm basically selling people a lie. Again, this mandatory disclaimer, that may not be the exact quote. I'm going off memory. But the whole point of the film was, then towards the end, they went to our northern neighbors up in Canada, and they used their healthcare system as a primary example. But the main example that was used was Medicare. How Medicare actually provides Now, I'll get onto this later. How Medicare actually provides a better and much lower cost system of healthcare in our country than the health insurance, than the current way it is with all the myriad and exceedingly confusing. I will easily agree with that part. Healthcare providers and insurance companies out there. I've actually looked into health insurance. Yeah, right. I understood that past the first paragraph. No. So, and that was another area of focus, how confusing it is to your average person, how your average person doesn't understand everything that they are covered for, may or may not be covered for. I mean, basically it's insurance, So, this is probably one of my most stressed recommendations that I can give to pretty much anything this magazine has covered, in all honesty. The movie is called Fixit. Look it up online. If you are surprised as I am by the numbers, by the way the healthcare system is, if you've had any experience with it, good or bad, from being treated, the movie is called Fixit. There will be a link to the main website for it. Please follow the link as you're listening to this. It is an excellent movie from every possible angle. It really woke me up to, in the area of healthcare, how screwed up things really are in this area. I mean, I knew everything was messed up, but okay, here's another thing in this country that's screwed up that it's going to have to be fixed at some point, somehow. But this really woke me up to the importance of it. Now, my only critique about this movie, from the technical side, an actual old friend of mine was there, very old friend of mine, and also the editor of a local media, and a few other people pointed this out. You will not get bored with this movie. It moves, and this is to quote an old friend, first name Michael, not withholding last name, privacy reasons. He pointed out that the movie, you will not get bored watching this, all right? And even if you don't watch it, do like what you hopefully do with the articles in Valley and Beyond. Listen, put it on the background as you're making dinner, but listen to it, right? But pay very close attention. If you are watching the movie, the transitions, the effects, everything, the time and effort put into making this an extremely professional movie, an extremely professional presentation was fantastic. I'm looking at the time, I don't want to run too long, but just to wind this out, one thing that I didn't realize and probably missed in the Facebook event was there was a Q&A session afterwards, and it was open to anybody. Anybody who was there could ask a question. And a lot of good questions, and some even from the other side of it, were raised. In fact, this movie and the Q&A after it did a fantastic job because it left questions in my mind after it was over. I paid attention, I was paying attention, and it left questions in my mind on both sides of it. One part of the movie and one of the questions that was really raised was, okay, will jobs be lost if it goes to, a one pay system, one payer system? Yes, and I was told, I actually asked this question afterwards. I was informed, yes, there will be, there will be possibly a lot of jobs lost. Okay, that's great. So you have a system that is actually that may help the economy and help people, but the halfway point is it's also going, it may actually hurt some people. And as far as, okay, the people who are going to lose their jobs and become unemployed, can you guarantee anybody else is going to hire them? Because having the health care is great, but you also need to have the paycheck for keep a roof over your head and to keep food in your stomach. So I will be doing research probably within the next week or two, and do another article on this. So we'll be contacting the creators of this movie if possible to get short interviews. But this is only the first part of this is actually going to be a short series here in the magazine. This is something that affects myself. This is something that affects every man, woman, and child in this country. And with as screwed up as it is, it's one of the many areas in this country that needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed yesterday. Michael Phoenix, founder of the magazine, coming up on the Hill to Hill Bridge. Take care, everybody. Stay safe in the night and always. And thank you so much to the sponsors of the magazine, to the people and businesses who, you know, who keep this thing going. Thank you. To the people who support it, thank you. My hand is freezing. It is in the wind's kicking up. Typical early spring night. I'll see you around later.